Hello, I'm Sandra Razzielli, and today I'm in the hills above the University of California, Berkeley campus, along with the chirping birds, the sound of the airplanes, and the crackling leaves since it's October. So today, you may be wondering, this is a yoga video, why am I wearing knee pads? It's not just from the good old days of rollerblading, but it's because a few months ago I injured my foot, and I could not walk because I needed to not weight bear for a while. And at first I tried using crutches, but crutches were terrible because it made me lean on one side where I felt completely imbalanced. And the pressure on one leg I felt was doing a lot of harm to my hips and spine. So I decided to try to find another solution, and I thought, well, I can still use my knees, but the ground is too hard for my knees, so I got these knee pads from a friend, and I started knee walking. So from that, it was actually really interesting because I started learning a few things that I hadn't thought about before. So I'd like to share a couple things with you. So first of all, I learned that I get to use my arms a lot more if I'm not using my legs. So going up and down stairs was exciting and also arm strengthening. So I want to show you a few things that I learned about standing on my knees and knee walking. So here we go, on the knees. First of all, one thing you must know, I'd recommend wearing older shoes if you're knee walking because the tops of the shoes get scuffed up pretty easily, or not wearing shoes at all. But the first thing I discovered is that when I stand on my knees, like some of you might begin Ustrasana, the camel pose, is I could feel the tightness from my psoas. So that I could feel that when I was trying to stand up straight, I actually needed to make a little bit of an effort to be straight. So you can see most of us, we may think we're standing up straight, but we tend to have a little bit of a bend here because of the tightness in the psoas. A lot of it comes from our years of sitting. So being on my knees made me more aware of this so that I could really lengthen through the top of my thighs. And from then, when I do that, then my spine got longer. All right, so that doesn't take us into movement. So once I started to move, I realized there's a lot of different ways I could move on my knees. One was that I could just really move my legs forward, just moving from the thigh bone. And another option is to move more from my hips, so to actually lift my hip first and then take my leg forward. So when we're walking, some of us do more of one, some of us do more of the other. Maybe another day I'll talk about the advantages, disadvantages of different ways of moving. But for now, it's actually really interesting to pay attention to how one moves. So does one tend to want to lift the hips to go forward, to take the legs to go forward, or perhaps you'll find another way. But this is the way to begin knee walking. If you try it in public, my experience was I met a lot of new people, had great interesting conversations. It takes a lot longer to go on a walk, but it can be a lot of fun. So if you want a knee walk, get some knee pads, maybe rollerblade ones, maybe ones from your garden, and go out and have a good time. If you want to see more videos, you can look at me up at razziyoga.com. Thanks for watching. See you later. I'm off to go out on a stroll. See if you can tell which way I'm using my legs and my hips.